So the question of autonomy is an interesting one in the implementation of critical chain. And of course, when we're implementing critical chain, a critical part of it is the implementation of task management. In fact, Ellie Goldratt said that if you only do one thing, implement task management, and that will allow you to deliver your projects on time or early. Well, why is that important? Well, all of our research has shown that the reason projects run late is this issue of working on the wrong thing at the wrong time, and thus our capacity is being used on the wrong things, and as such our capacity is wasted and the project runs late. But when we do implement task management, the first thing that the Scrum Master or the manager or the project manager says to us is, you're about to remove all the autonomy from my team by telling them what to work on. Well, first of all, let's look at the definition of autonomy, because the question that you raise is a really important one about, are we removing autonomy? Well, autonomy is defined as the ability to make your own decisions about what to do rather than being influenced by someone else about what to do. Well, point one, I don't know anyone that has a job that has absolute choices and autonomy over what they do. At some point, someone is saying, do this rather than that. In fact, that's part of the job of leadership. Point two, even as someone who owns and runs their own company, I don't have full autonomy. I'm governed by clients saying to me, I need you to do this thing or I need you to do that thing. So this notion of having whole autonomy actually is rather a silly one. And if what we do is we do say to people, work on whatever you want to work on, well, that is a recipe for chaos, and it's a recipe for late running projects. And as I said, in our research, we found the number one reason for late running projects is people working on the things they want to work on, not the things that they should work on. But in critical chain, what we do first of all is we have the team that's about to do the work build the plan. So they're deciding what things need to be done in what order. Their choice is not ours. Secondly, we take the first or one or two epics or big chunks of work and we break those down, and the team break them down and they decide the size and the outcomes and the order in which they're going to do them in. So therefore, that's their choice about what to do and the order in what they're going to do it in. That's quite autonomous, if you ask me. The only thing that we're asking them to do is, once they've started working on the task, give us a remaining duration so that we can aggregate from there to the bigger chunk or the epic and to the project to get an early warning of whether we are running early or running late, and thus we can take some recovery action. The other thing that we ask them to do is, if they're blocked, we say stop, get help, get unblocked, and then get back to working on the thing that you should be working on. The key again is capacity is not being used in the wrong way. And actually, generally what happens after about a week is people using the methodology, the people that do the work, say, we love this. For the first time ever, we get to finish and start something. We don't get interrupted. And when we have something challenging or we get blocked, there's somebody there to help us get unblocked. So, back to your question. If what you're concerned about is having total autonomy, well, I'm afraid you're not going to get that anywhere. But what using critical chain does is it does give the team a great deal of autonomy by them being involved in the design and the management of the work.